So there's a handout I've shared. I think there was an issue with the link, but we have sorted. Then the recording for Monday, it is there, and I thought I uploaded it on the channel, not only to realize it was not. So I'm uploading it on the channel as we are in the progress. So let me see if I can share this handout with you again. So open the handout I've shared. Open the handout I've shared. So we were doing farm accounting. We were solving farm accounting, and we did the question in the past paper, and it is only one in that past paper. So I got a handout for another question, which I want us to check. So in that handout we are doing, I told you I'll do for you 2 questions. Then the other ones you will do. So I want us to solve the first question, which says, the following information was extracted from the books of Moses Kiprono, a farmer, for the year ended 31st March 2021. So we have the trial balance as at 31st March 2021. Purchases, sales, opening stock, wages, as you can see there. During the year ended 31st March 2021, the proprietor and the workers consumed items of the following values. So proprietor and workers, whatever is consumed by proprietor is called proprietor's consumption. Then this other one will be workers' consumption. All of them will be treated as revenue. Then later on in the later on for proprietor, you will treat as drawings against their capital, but what has been consumed by workers will recover as part of their salaries and wages. So poultry, milk, and crops. So it seems we have 3 revenue accounts here. There is poultry account, there will be livestock account, because milk is to livestock, then there will be crop account. Farm machinery is depreciated at the rate of 10% per annum on the reducing balance basis, while furniture, which initially cost 3 million, is depreciated at 10% per annum on cost. Okay. On 31st March 2021, the closing stock were as follows. So we have dairy cattle feed, mature crops, seeds, poultry feed, fertilizers, growing crops. Required crop account, poultry account, and dairy account for the year ended 31st March 2021, 12 marks. General profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2021, only 2 marks. Then statement of financial position, 6 marks. So let's start with the revenue account. My only issue is that they are very long. There are many, because the 3 of them, if you are not fast, they can eat a lot of your time, which time is something very serious during the examination. But inability to Unabidi uongeze speed kabisa. You must work at a very high speed. So I want to try to come up with a certain strategy, which I hope it can work for us. I just want to check if it can work for us. The strategy I want to deploy here is to check whether we can present revenue accounts in one. We have here, let's say, crops, poultry, livestock, like that. Then we present them in one account. Because you see, like what we did last time, we did first of all crops, we finished, we wrapped, then we went to livestock again. So kitambo tufanye tatu, I think it might really waste much of our time. So right for me there, let's try. Nothing is impossible under the universe. So let's try and have revenue accounts. Revenue accounts. Revenue accounts. So let me see if I can have here crops. If we can have here, no, it's good to go the way they have arranged. They say poultry, crops, then livestock. So poultry to be here. So they say poultry, crops, then livestock. Livestock is the dairy. So crops, then livestock. That. So I want to see if we do a combination. I've never tested this before. If it can help. So shillings are in. Let's reduce the shillings. We can reduce them to thousands. So allow me to mute all. It is crops, poultry, then livestock. Really? Oh, that really may interchange. It is crops, poultry, then livestock, by the way. But whichever way we are making, no, less. It is crops, poultry, then livestock. No problem. So I want to reduce the shillings. So for each, have two columns. For each. So for each, at the corners, this corner and this corner. Here, there. Here, there. Right? So you can have that. Like that. So open, we start with sales. We start with sales. So right there, sales. Right there, sales. So let's check for sales of crop. Crops. So there is crops, dairy, cattle, eggs, poultry, milk. So crops ni moja tu, 2740. I hope you can see it. So to the far end, sales, you take them to the far ends. Then for poultry, so nataka tusaidiane haraka haraka. Poultry, you will add for me eggs and poultry itself. Eggs is 720 plus 1640. So add for me the two. Add for me the two. 720 plus 1640. It will be how much? For the poultry. Eggs plus poultry. You are getting, Linda, 2360 per end. Then we go to livestock. Livestock, I'm seeing dairy cattle at 25. 25 plus milk, 1210. So add 25 plus 1210. I'm getting 3710. Confirm. Getting 3710. Good. And now we go to cost of sales. So you say less cost of sales. Cost of sales. So cost of sales, you say opening inventory. Opening inventory. So you will go to crops, opening stock. You are seeing the opening stock. So we have to go one by one. Can you add as we read them? Start the addition. For crops, there is mature crops 350. So capture 350 in your calc. 350. Growing crops 120. So you add seeds 80. Poultry, no. Fertilizers 50. Poultry, dairy. These are two. 350 plus 120 plus 80 plus fertilizer. Fertilizer is 110. Yeah, fertilizer is 110. So it is 350 plus 120 plus 80 plus 110. What do you get? Jen, Linda, 660. So this is 660. Please don't copy unless you have the figure. That is why I'm here. So kama unaona kitu hujapata, you just ask. Don't copy if there is something which is you have not seen how it is coming. Kindly. Poultry. Poultry. We have poultry feed. Poultry feed is 50. So have that in your calc. 50. What else? There is poultry feed, 50. Then poultry itself. Poultry itself is 230. So that is 200 and that is 280. So that is 280. You bring it there. Then we go now to livestock. Livestock, we add what? We add dairy cattle feed, 180, plus dairy cattle, 520. That one comes to 700. That one comes to 700. The first columns, all of them first columns. Then purchases, so you add you add purchases. You add purchases. You add purchases. So purchases, the first item up there. For crops start with the last one. Seeds 100, fertilizers 220, to 20 plus 100. That gives us 320. I hope we are there. This is 320. Then we go to poultry. Yeah, poultry. There is poultry. Umerudia kuna poultry. I think one was supposed to be poultry feed, but that is now not our problem. We will take 420 plus the 150. That comes to 570, if I'm not wrong there. That one comes to 570. Confirm? Yes, confirm that. You can see. Then livestock will be dairy cattle feed. Those two. 1380 plus 580 will be 1960. Confirm that. Will it be 1960? Yes, that is 1960. And closing inventory, you less closing inventory. You less closing inventory. You less closing inventory. So closing inventory, additional information number 3, the last additional information. The last additional information. So the last one, growing crops, 160, fertilizers, 80, seeds, 40, mature crops to 70. Well, there are 4 of them. Can you add? Add mature crops, seeds, fertilizers, growing crops. Add those 4 and tell me the answer. There are 4 of them. Already, Joshua said 550, Linda 550, so 550. Let's go to poultry. Let's go to poultry. Poultry is poultry feed. Poultry feed and poultry. There are only 2. 70 plus 140. That should be 210. That is 210. We go to livestock. Livestock is dairy cattle feed. Those 2, 480 plus 150. That should be 630. 630, correct. So to get cost of sales, you will do for me this favor, and you take this plus this minus closing. You give me the answer here. This one here. This one here. So give me those 3 answers first before we proceed. So the 3 is the opening plus purchases minus closing. Opening, purchases minus closing. Can you give me those 3 answers at once so that I pick them? Kind. So I've been given Olivia, Harrison, and others for 30, 640, 640, 20, 30. They are the same. So this is for 30, 640, 20, 30. The way you have done them, the difference now, the difference between sales minus the cost you have gotten, like this is 2740 minus 430, 2360 minus 640, 3710 minus 2030. Subtract them, that is the gross revenue. So gross revenue. Again, give me the three answers. So already Harrison asked them, but someone will confirm, has been confirmed by Terry, Terry. 2310, 1720, then 1680. But Apple will find a higher stress. From there, I think moving will not be an issue to us. So you will say, add other revenue. So other revenue, there were two. I told you, maybe if someone was not there in the last class, anything getting outside the farm, in whichever form, you bring it as revenue, then you see how to recover it. Because what we consume, what we donate, so bring those two. There was proprietors consumption, proprietors consumption, and workers consumption. Workers consumption. There were those two. So whatever they consume from the farm, you bring that one as revenue, then you will recover later. So for crops, that is not number one. Crops, proprietor consumed 20. Sorry, we bring them to the far end. 20. Workers consumed 60. For poultry, they consumed 50 and 20. They consumed 80 and 70. I will ask you again to give me the total revenue. So you add from the gross. So gross plus the two, then we get those totals. Do for me that. We are there. 2390. Then 1890. Then 19.5. All right, less expenses. Less expenses. All right, so expenses. You can see wages. So hapo kwa wages, students wanaendanga wrong. For crops, crop wages ni ngapi? I think it is 720. Yes, it is 720. But you know, there are some things they consumed. There was this consumption here. So tunawashikia hapo sasa. Now some students will take the 720, then they subtract the consumption. Hapana. 720, you see, 7 shillings. 720 is what they have been paid. So assumption is you are paid less what you consume. So to get the total wages, you will take the 720 plus what they consume. Workers consume 60. It means if they could have not consumed, their total wages would have been 780. So we don't subtract the consumption, you add. It is assumed that the one which you are seeing their wages in the trial balance in shillings, that is what they have been paid. Then consumption must have been reduced when paying them. So to get total, you add back, you don't subtract. I go to poultry. Poultry, I'm seeing 600, so it will be 600 plus 120, it is 720. Livestock, I'm seeing 960, so 960 plus 170. 960 plus 170 ni ngapi? Nistahili kufikiria. 1130. 1130. How about? Then, when you check the trial balance again, you will see crop expenses, daily expenses, then poultry expenses. So, call it specific. Give it just that name. Specific expenses. Specific expenses for crops. It will be confusing. I think it is 280, 240, and 450. So crops should be 280. You will confirm with me. 280, then 240 for 50. You are in agreement? I hope they are like that. Because yeah, they are like that. So again, what you will do for me? Yeah. Give me the sum of the expenses. Poultry is 450. Yes, poultry. Make a change. Poultry is 450. Days is 240. Oh, so this is 450. This is 240. I change now. So give me the three expenses, the total of the expenses. The total expenses, the three of them. I have the answers there, 1060. Because I believe in you, start giving me the net revenue. So nikiandika. So net revenue, I'll be having the answers. So that is 1060. That is 1170. That is 1370. So give me the net revenue to P&L, profits or loss. So net revenue will be the total revenue minus the expenses. Give me those three again. Brian, 1330. 1330. 720. Then 560. 12 marks. Check if you have a question before we go to P&L. Okay. Just one piece. So that one gives us 12 marks. Maria and Yolisa, how do you mark this one? Maria can't wait. So this one for the 12 marks, I just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 24. So how do you think the 12 marks will come? They are 24. So you take 24 at a half. You get the 12 marks. So whatever you get, you multiply by a half. Where's it talking? So I think even an exam, instead of, even if there are two revenue accounts, instead of doing this, finishing, going to this one, complete waste of time. You can improvise, you come up with something like this. Nobody can mark you wrong that you have combined them. You have clearly shown this is crops, this is poultry, that is livestock. So you can arrange it that way. So let's go to P&L. Let's go to P&L. So right there, Moses, keep on. So I'm deleting this. I want to delete that. I hope we moved well with everyone. So nobody's left. Anybody is left anywhere? So the year is ending when? 31st December 2021. So you will say revenue. Revenue, we got the 31st March. Thank you. Revenue, we got 1330. We got 720. We got 560. So add for me the total revenue. Thank you, Olive. 2610. 2610. So we less expenses. So less expenses. So expenses, let's check them top down. Let's check for them top down. So I can see the repairs, the farmhouse. There is repair of farm machinery. So repairs, This is 720. Copy mine at your own risk. Look for your own figure. 720. Then there is farmhouse expenses. Am I reading? So farmhouse. Why is farmhouse farm expenses and even repairs to farm whatever comes to the general? You know, when you talk of farmhouse, repairs can go into 50, not 720. So farmhouse, anybody can use. Watu wa livestock wanaweza kuja walale kwa hiyo farmhouse, watu wa crops. So some student niliona kitambo, that is why I've remembered. Some people think farm ni a crop peke yake, hapana. The farm here brings all. So any expense for the farm goes to the general. That one you have taken into account. So I'm told repairs is 250. Sawa? So repairs 250. Then if that's all, then farmhouse expenses come to 180. So 180. Repairs, farmhouse, 180. Then office expenses. Office expenses, 825. 825. Yeah, in the trial balance, I've seen those three, unless there is one you can capture. If you can't capture any, then let's meet in the additional information number 2. Farm machinery is depreciated at the rate of 10%. So depreciation machinery. So machinery 10%. So check the value of the machinery in the trial balance. For machinery, if you check it, you'll see 2,500. So that is 250. Then, while furniture, which initially cost 3, is depreciated at 10%. So furniture, 10%. We are not depreciating the entire furniture. We are only depreciating the one which had a value of 3 million. So that is 300. That is the one they want us to depreciate. Yeah, sure. I'm not seeing anything else. If you are okay with the figures here, and since there was no tax, in this question I've not seen tax, then whatever you get will be the net profits. Total expenses only 1805. So net profits 805. Harrison, how are we getting the 2 marks? Harrison, sasa bibi nitasema even me I'm just worried. But the 2 marks, I think it should come like this. They cannot mark these ones again one by one because you got them from the other side. So I think the 2610 will be 1. So this is 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if there are 6, it will be any 4 and a half. Any 4 correct entries. There are 6, but if you get 4, you get the 2 marks. So it means whatever you get times a half. Well, you're sure that is how it will be. If there is no any other concern, let's go to the balance sheet. Then we be done by that. So right there, I want to observe space because najua balance sheet can be long. So wewe niandikie heading. Right, for me the heading, Moses Kiprono, statement of financial position as at. So me, I'll just start straight from non-current assets. I'm dealing with serious people, I know your capabilities, that is something you can do. So non-current assets, so shillings here. Aye. We start with biological assets. So biological assets. So biological assets at the end of the year, the ones which are breathing. So where are the breathable assets? So number 3, dairy cattle. So dairy cattle for 80. Dairy cattle feed, no. Mature crops. Mature crops to 70. I'm picking them at the end of the year. Balance sheet at the end of the year, so not number 3. Just in case. Seeds, no. Poultry. Poultry, 140. Poultry feed, no. Fertilizer, no. Growing crops. Growing crops, 160. So you add for me those biological. Those are the only biological, unless there is another one you are seeing. People are getting 1050. Then other assets. So other assets ni hawa sasa kina machinery. So other assets we have machinery. So machinery will be 2,500 minus depreciation. So minus the 250, depreciation is 250. So 25 minus 250, 25 minus 250 is likely to be 2250. Furniture, furniture will be 3,000 minus 3, no. Furniture, the total, furniture, this was not the total value. This one was the only one to be depreciated. So the total value of furniture, the total value for furniture, check, office furniture was 1,500. So it was 1,500, the book value before. But there is one which had a value of 3, kutoka kitambo, it was being depreciated. But 3 is cost. So usiseme kama hii 15, why is this one 3? No, 3 is the cost, but 15 is the book value after subtracting the accumulated. So the 15 is what I'll subtract that 300 to give you 12. Yes, like that. So there is nothing else. Add for me the total non-current assets. Add for me the 3. So I've been given 45. Current assets, inventory. So inventory, go to additional information number 3. The ones which were not breathing there, where are they? The ones which were not breathing there, in that note number 3, there was dairy cattle feed. So dairy cattle feed is 150 plus seeds. Seeds were 40. Poultry feed 70. Fertilizers 80. Add them, then bring them in the first column here. First column. Look at the stock, those seeds, fertilizers, and the rest. Kindly add all of them. Where are the inventories? Can somebody answer Twitter for me very fast? I want to say. Meanwhile, I'm recording the figure. Twitter is asking, where are you getting the inventories? Twitter, note number 3. Yes, note 3, the ones which were not biological in note 3, the seeds, fertilizers, feeds. I hope you have seen them. Have this one? Yes. So Twitter, I hope you have seen them in note 3. The ones which were not breathing, the non-biological seeds and fertilizers. Yes, good. Then we proceed. Let's check other. Check the second last in the trial balance. Let's go back to the trial balance. The second last in trial balance, cash in hand at the bank, 350. So just write cash balance, 350. The second last in the trial balance. Then there was debtors. Debtors are the receivables. Receivables, the one they are calling debtors. So debtors also you got 675. When I do current assets, there is nothing. So can you add? We'll give you the 2 answers. When you write them, I will know. The first one is the total of current, then total assets. Total assets, the sum of the 2. Olive, and the rest 1365. So this is 1365. And total 5865. So have that. I hope we are together with everyone. So proceed down there. Capital and liabilities. Capital and liabilities. So you bring capital. Bring capital. So capital, you got Calibuna debtors, 4,800 to the far end, 48. Then you add net profit. The net profit report that I've just deleted some few minutes ago here. How much was our net profit? The net profit from P&L, we got 805. Thank you. 805. You less drawings. So less drawings. Drawings. There is Apple capital in the trial balance. Please check capital. In the trial balance, there is drawings in cash, 600. Please check so that there was cash withdrawals. So there was cash drawings of 600 plus. Now go to the proprietor's consumption. All those items they ate from the farm. those are treated as drawings. So note number 1, 50, 80, 20. So that is 100, 150, 750. What they ate from the farm is treated as drawings. So you add both cash drawings and proprietor's consumption. So what do you get for the net capital when you adjust the three? People are getting 48, 55. Current liabilities. So current liabilities, there is accruals. Check the accruals upon due to upon the last in the trial balance. The last in the trial balance, you'll see accruals. Accruals of 230. To 30. Then there were creditors for payables. Creditors. Creditors. We have creditors worth 780. So this one 0, 1, 10. 10, 10. I hope so. 10, 10. If that's the case, check whether it is balancing. So total capital and liabilities. Can you confirm the accuracy if it is balancing? Balance. Okay. So that is 58. 5. So what are the common questions here apart from computation? Make sure you know this. The definitions. Remember your topic. Definitions of biological assets, biological activities, mostly wanapenda hiyo sana. Then circumstances or conditions for recognizing biological conditions for recognizing biological assets in the books I gave you. So make sure you check on those two. Check on those two. Now, I'm sorry to say this, but the truth, the remaining topics in quotes carries not less than 70% of the exam, the remaining topics. 70, sometimes even 100%. So I want, see at least as a coach, see you have seen us doing them from past papers, but but the one which is there, the theory, please, I shared with you the theory handout. Print, soma hiyo kitu kila siku. Read it every day. Maswali tatoka hapo not less than 24 marks in that theory. So in zingine sometimes ni kubatisha hivi, but the remaining topics moving forward hapo ndio mtihani. Like group is compulsory. Akina cash flow and published are there. And partnership hapo ndio mtihani natoka hapo mostly. So let's be very keen as we move to the remaining topics. Mimi nitamaliza. I cannot leave you to go to exam with probability at what are you? No, we will have to finish. Hata nikiona itakuwa ngumu nitawaamsha 4 AM. So our next topic. So this is our next topic. Group accounts. Group accounts, also known as consolidation. Also known as business combination. So you can even write there compulsory in exam. So that topic, we are starting it tomorrow. I thought tomorrow we're going to classes, but then do you have classes on Saturday early morning? Do you normally have classes Saturday early morning? FM or so tomorrow's class at 6 PM. We'll be starting on the group accounts. So I want to stop there because the 13 minutes, I don't want to be the cut to fresh. Sunday niko na section 5. Yeah, Sunday niko na section 5, but I'll see better if I can bring you. Niko na section 5 from 5:30 to 9 AM. So I'll see what happened. But I have to gauge for next week. I want to see this week and next week, then I'll know what happens. I give you overview of the topic. Overview of the topic is that unaona kama Royal Media iko na Citizen, iko na which one? Which are the companies, easy stations, radio station, TV stations, and Royal Media? Inoro is there. Another one? There is Citizen. Inoro is there. That one I can confirm. Nation newspaper is part of that. Even Ramogi FM is there, among others. So during the year, ratio Citizen South. So during the year, every company within Royal Media, they prepare their own books. But at the end of the year, the mother company prepares what we call consolidated books. They bring them together. So they report one financial statement. So if it is P&L, they will take all the revenue from those other entities, they bring it as one. So you will not even know. You might not even know if they were different entities. So in exam the main company, which is the acquirer company, or we call it the parent company. So they will give you the main plus these other ones. Then you prepare books, you combine all of them, then you give one single financial statement. So I hope that one is a good overview. There is no much overview past that. So group inaongelewa sana. Even some of you, I know you have been told that it is very difficult. Nothing is difficult. It is difficult. It will be difficult if introduction imekuacha nje. If we don't go through with you in that handout properly, you understand the background properly. Computation you can't connect. Computation will be based on the theory parts, because there are some terminologies and treatments which you need to understand in theory, then now we proceed to computation. So that theory, please make sure you attend that class. That is the most important class than even the computation. Once you get this, hata ukikosa class moja hiyo ingine unaweza connect. But if you miss the theory, computation itakusumbua. So make sure you are there, present mapema. Otherwise, we are doing well, nothing dangerous. If I said something dangerous, I'll tell you, then we add some 3 hours. Otherwise, thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you, Olive.